Lena Barnett, welcome to Cruising 3030.
Cruising 3030.
What?
What?
Bang bang.
And yeah, that was it. And then really, I wanted to, if we're gonna go right into wedding, I wanted a destination wedding. I wanted to just get the hell out of here, and whoever could come, and then come back and do a party. But my mom and both Craig said, nope, we're doing a wedding. So I said, okay. I had a top three of things that I wanted, and between my mom, my sister, and my entire wedding party, they planned the whole thing.
No, they didn't.
I showed up the day of the wedding and was like, "Whoa, it's a surprise."
No.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was like Craig mentioned the other day, like my mom's just a boss, but like I said, my entire wedding party.
Did she plan it?
My mom planned it. I had toured a few places, to kind of see, I really, if I were going to have a wedding, I wanted to go to St. Augustine. But I mean, man, first place we looked at was like $30,000, and that was like not including the food.
So, what did the venues?
So we picked, what was it called, Craig? The Hilliard Mansion.
Oh, yeah.
So affordable and excellent people, just good old country people. They were really there to help you.
So somebody worked the venue too?
They did not work the venue. You kind of rent the place from them, and you just kind of have to be out by, the next morning, I guess. But no, he was just excellent. He left the tables where we needed the table. Just very any questions. He kind of told a story that he bought the place, I believe, so his daughter could get married. They remodeled it and stuff, and then they said, well, let's keep it, let's do weddings. And he said, well, you see who's here doing the business, the wife and mom, they branched off, and he's, doing that. And don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the story he told us. So, but a beautiful place, little country. They did a lot of add-ons and stuff, so it's really beautiful. And like I said, I really didn't have to do a whole lot. I kind of gave my mom a top three and was like, I wanted a photo booth. She's like, oh, we can make a photo booth. I'm like, no, bitch. I want a fucking photo booth.
A real one?
Like, yeah, I wanted a photo booth, just like, with the strips, and everybody could take their own pictures and stuff. I wanted a chandelier. I wanted to dance under a chandelier with Craig, and my mom got that for me, and my dad, my stepdad, and my brother hung that the morning of.
No, usually a venue has
they have lighting and stuff like that. But the one I wanted, like, if you know my taste at all.
Not really.
It's a little bougie.
Well,
I'm a little bougie.
No.
Well, no, I'll say this.
How bougie?
I'll say this.
Bougie?
I'm not. Hey, I'm not no maintenance. No. I take that back. We gotta reverse that. But I'm not high maintenance, but I'm not no maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I require...
there's no mediocre, right?
I ain't no basic bitch. It is what it is.
Ain't no mediocre over here, boy.
Exactly. So, and then I wanted my dad to build me a, I guess it's like a hexagon or octagon, something that we could get married under. And he built that for me. So those were my top three satisfied, And then everything else, like I said, my mom, my sister, and my entire wedding party just did it all. And we just pretty much showed up. I mean, I didn't even want colors, but my mom said, nope, you have to pick a color. So I had to pick a color, and then we pretty much went from there. Like, I mean, we showed up, and it was like, and it was, open bar. It was
So
just,
did y'all spend any
okay.
time together before the wedding, or did you spend a week away?
No, it's typically just the night before, but no, we did not. And actually, I forget what happened, but I ended up wanting to go home. So Craig, I was staying somewhere, but I wanted to come home and just, I have my dog. Me and Craig have been together like 12 years at this point. Like, it's weird not being next to him. But,
so how long? How many days? One?
What? Yeah, it was just one day away. But I forget what happened. I was probably fighting with my sister. Hey, Sarah. And I wanted to come home. It was probably something like that, just like wedding nerves and stuff. Yeah, I went home and I saw Craig that night.
Craig, did you run? Because that's bad luck, dude.
No. Well, and then the next day I left early in the morning, and he kind of stuck around because. So it worked out that Craig was in charge of that, and it was all good.
So how'd you do it, Greg? Like, did you plan to propose or what?
Yeah, I had been planning it. I've been had the ring.
I know what song that was, Greg.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Well, it's a selenite.
What does that mean?
Let me look it
We need to cheer for Craig.
I know, I got him one right there.
I know. We'll bring him in.
So
we'll bring him in.
how do you feel about being the first one on the show?
Well, actually, it's funny because when I saw your videos, I was like,
Anyone you want to shout out to?
I could, yeah, I was like, I told Craig today, I was like, look, because Craig's like, a podcast, I'm like, cover it. I said, it's making your friend happy. And I said, not only does he give a business shout outs, which is great for me because I own my own business.
Yeah, so we can talk
So we'll definitely touch on that. But it's good for him and it's good for me. And plus, I'm fucking hilarious. Oh, yeah.
We'll give you the.
Okay.
I've been reading so much here lately. Why don't you read it? Boom, boom.
Now you put me on the spot.
Hell yeah.
Selenite. Selenite is a variety of the gypsum mineral. Oh my god. See,
It's hard, ain't it?
I can't read on the
Sometimes I
spot.
had to do
I know. Okay, it comes in varieties known as desert rose, satin spar, or gypsum flower. Selenite is formed from calcium sulfate. These Louis Vuittons, and they don't.
Those are not Louis Vuitton.
Babe.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And really, if I go out of the house without them, I'm not allowed to take them off.
What? Take them off right now. I've got to know how much it
I'm
costs.
scared to. Oh, we'll look it up. I'll show you. But anyway, so now I just wanted y'all to know that I have my Louis on, and now they're about to come off. So, oh, actually, they might stay on with the light. This is kind of. I like it. I like it better with the glasses.
Right.
Yeah, I like it with the glasses.
It actually looks way better
It's
than
a vibe.
you had it.
Yeah. Well, I like the the setup. This is exciting. This is fun. It's good for
Yeah,
you.
I don't know.
So what got you into this? You just
I was bored. I went to Mark actually and mentioned something to him because we were talking and it was just we were vibing and we were laughing and giggling. I was like, man, we need to start this. And we actually got like 3 or 4 hours of footage
yeah.
and that I haven't went through yet. And but that's the
that'll be
back door
fine.
bullshit.
Oh yeah. Are y'all doing that together or? Okay,
Yeah, that
cool.
was gonna stay together.
That's not the Call of the Wild. When I saw that video the other day, I was like,
That's my call.
okay, well,
Craig's call was
if that's not the truth. Yeah, if it's not.
Oh, he's got to do it now. He's not like a dang goose. He sounds like a fucking goose.
What's the one you do? You're very close.
Long time. Sometimes I feel like I was up good in this one too.
Well, I get an awesome discount, so we might have to try that for the podcast. I just don't want to be here for it.
So, how's your sister?
No, she's doing good. She's actually with Eric, and they've been together 3 or 4 years now. He is a little ball of fun. What?
A ball of fun?
Yeah, he's a good dude. No.
Hey, you chunky here?
No, he's not chunky. He's a former Marine, and he does.
Hoorah!
Yeah, and he does. What does he do? With the insurance claims and stuff. So he actually travels for work.
Really? He's
Yeah.
an adjuster.
Yes, and I believe so.
See?
And
Boy,
he's
smart.
yeah, ish. And he said he travels a lot for work. So actually, Sarah's been getting to do some traveling as well to go see him
Really?
and things like that. So that's been awesome. Levi and KK are doing excellent. So
How does the hair thing work? You just get your own clientele and you
Yeah.
communicate with your customers and then you get paid
Yep.
from them and then you
I
pay
get
from
paid
the chair?
directly. I pay a booth rent there, and I just buy all my own product. I really try to promote myself on Instagram and Facebook. Word of mouth is actually awesome. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast, so you can just tell all your friends that they want me to. Like I said, I ain't no basic bitch.
Yeah.
So.
That sounds like rain.
Well, here we are. So,
You
what else? Oh,
You mentioned fertility. What the hell is that all about?
okay, yeah. So I've mentioned this a little bit on Facebook. I haven't really gotten into it too much, but obviously me and Craig have been together for years and unsuccessfully able to conceive. So this last
Craig, you better put that rock down.
but no,
I'm telling you.
he wants a baby. Trust me. But I'm gonna go ahead and preface with this that the thing is working. It's the things inside the
I know
thing
that.
ain't working. So after about a year and a half of testing, I had to do a lot of testing before Craig could even be tested. Then Craig's been tested, and so really it just kind of
You
boils
had
down
to spooge in the cup, Craig.
a couple times. Well, if he wasn't so inconsistent, it's you're laughing.
I've
But,
already done it before.
well, I'm
That's
just
why
saying
this
you're
one. That's why I
laughing,
can this one.
but
Mine was
you'd
low
be
grade, too.
surprised with how many people it affects.
That's why when what's her name said she was pregnant, I knew it wasn't mine.
We're leaving names out because I remember that shit. You remember that?
Well, I mean, I don't want to ruin my fan base, you know.
You're like, I knew that wasn't it.
Yeah.
But no, we thought the same thing. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit.
Sorry, I'm trying.
I mean,
You want a boy, Craig?
of course he wants a boy,
Hell
but
yeah.
so we actually did 2 IUIs, which is not to be too, he, like I said, he does some inconsistent testing, so the doctor just said, hey, this is our next step, let's go ahead and do it. They basically take his sperm, they,
Inseminated?
yeah, they do, but, they wash it, clean it, pick out the good ones,
Wow, how much does that cost? About $30,000? I guess it's
No,
worth it if you want to have a baby, though.
Not. This was the step before IVF, so it is a little bit on the cheaper end, but still expensive, So we did that twice, and it was unsuccessful. So we do have one more chance with that before moving to IVF, and that's if I think I want to do it. I don't know. IVF is a lot. It's very intense. I don't know if it's
What do they pass up everything? Is that what you
well,
mean by
so no. It's just intense. It's very hard on a woman's body.
What are they hiding and giving you
Well,
hormones?
no, you get shots. I believe daily based on research that I've read. Because with the IUI, I did have to take a couple shots, but it was just like a trigger shot before insertion.
Right.
So, but IVF, I think it's like a daily shot. It's, like I said, just more intense. I'm still kind of doing my research because after the IUI didn't work, I kind of was like, we could adopt. Like, Craig has adoption in his family. I have adoption in my family. And,
which way would you go with that? Would you adopt a baby?
well,
Would you rather adopt a baby or would you adopt a teenager?
I would honestly, would I come back to adopting a teenager later? Maybe one day, but I do selfishly think that I would, I want the full experience. I want to bond. I want to, not to say that I couldn't, but, I'm already missing something when it comes to the infertility and being a mom. So, we would want that connection at a young age. And, that's the joys that I'm learning about adoption too, because we've started some paperwork and stuff on that just to kind of put feelers out, do some research, things like that. One place that I started with originally, so you actually have to like fill out papers that say, preferences that you want, blue eyes, blonde hair, 2 years old, 5 years old, any health related, or would you take that may be something that I'm open to in the future, but definitely like our first round, we would want, the full baby experience.
Of
I
course,
think so.
everyone does.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I think
did they test
selfishly.
you? You're good?
Eggs on top of eggs on top of eggs. That's what they told me. I'm just ready to
Sorry,
pop them
Craig.
out.
I mean, there's a lot of us out there that are.
Yeah. It's, and it's not talked about enough because, they say there was actually a study that showed when men find out that they're the reason for unsuccessful infertility, they feel it almost twice as deep as women. And, it's hard to say that Craig feels that way. Just because, he's,
Sometimes
for those
the
that know
woman
Craig.
comes down on you a little bit harder. You know what I mean?
Well,
She wants the baby so bad she moves on.
Well, no. Well, I would never do
I
that.
would.
Like, but I'm just, I feel for Craig because, and it might have even taken him longer to even want a baby. But, now that we're there and we want it to happen and it's not. Well, and now it's like, oh my God, we've waited so long. Like,
Yeah.
what if this doesn't happen, So, again, there's still a lot of research. We still have a lot of time. My doctor seemed really
The
confident.
wild thing is I didn't even know that
Yeah.
when I got the rock.
Oh, yeah.
And when,
Yeah. So, I mean, you never know.
I didn't know which
it can
rock
still-
I was going to give you guys, but
Yeah.
when you said fertility, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, so this might work. You never know. I mean, another thing too is with building the house, which we'll get into. It can be stressful. Our housing situation right now isn't necessarily ideal. It's not terrible. It's just not ideal. I sold my house, while the market was hot, so we could, turn around and build our dream home. So, we're renting a house for my mom and dad, and it's just like it's small, it's stressful. It's we have 4 dogs.
Four?
4. We'll talk about them too.
Flip.
Yeah, it's insane.
So the house, so what made you want to buy the house? Like, how
Well,
that work?
I mean, really, it was just time. I mean, the house that I had was just way too small. We needed more space. Craig wanted more land, things like that. It just kind of was like, it was time. And then around that time, we started looking, and actually my childhood home went on the market. And I told Craig, and it wasn't his ideal home, but he was like, you know what, get it. Let's go get it. I had to they told me I needed to put in like an offer, like $80,000 over. I know how much my dad sold that house for. I mean, mind you, this is
A baby tub?
well, not only a baby tub, but a tub that somebody else has taken a bath in. I'm weird about it. I don't, I know. I can't explain it. So, it's just weird to me. I mean, and people do it all the time. I don't judge those people, so no shame. But it's just I'm weird about it. And so, just having like all new everything. I mean, Craig and I have rented for years, and just always having to have something fixed or this or that. It's just like, can we just?
So, how many bedrooms?
Excuse me, I'm gonna cough in my condo.
Good job. Is that many bedrooms?
It's 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It's 1.6 acres. No
You
Bobo.
didn't say you didn't want to talk about it. You said you want to talk about your freaking house.
I do. I'm
Okay, so you bought it probably in the last part of the country that you can have, probably, is what I'm thinking. Because, it's built up out here, and next is Callahan. And
Well,
then-
Callahan is starting to get thick
Yeah.
based on what I've been seeing, so, I mean, they still have a little ways to go, but now, as much as I love Briceville, and we even look for property out in Briceville, I think Briceville might be the next one to fill up.
Yes.
Because it's a little bit further, so that's, I think, the only pain for everyone. It's beautiful out there. They do have a lot of protected woods and things like that, but I see a lot going up out there. A lot of houses, a lot of properties for sale. So, but between Callahan, Hilliard, and Briceville, I do expect that to be less and less country as the years go on.
If I buy, it'll probably be, if I ever do get to buy these little companies, it'll be somewhere very country.
Yeah.
Like super out of the way. Because
Out of state, out of
I don't know. I thought about Ocala.
Ocala's not bad. Yeah, but I mean, it might be too country. I like the country.
They're building up big
When did you turn into some big old redneck? I don't know.
I don't know who I am.
Well, it's good that you recognize that.
Oh, thanks.
That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying. I mean, that's another thing that we can touch on. Is just like growth over time and just being in a completely different headspace and completely different people than who we were.
I know you. Like, how many years did it take you to start talking to me again?
Well, I still barely want to talk to you.
Oh, this is benefiting you right now. Get somewhere.
It could benefit me, but no. I mean, I
Yeah, you
actually
grow
kind of thought. No, I think we all did. Really, I mean, like I said, there's some people that I'm just in a completely different point in my life that I will never speak to again.
Well, when your comment came across saying you want to become on the podcast. Oh man, I appreciate it because it really feel good.
Really?
I never thought you would be even interested in the
Well,
podcast.
it's funny. I have to go ahead and give Patricia a shout out. You know Patricia.
Her too.
She was next time she comes to town, she wants to come on. So you'll have to make it work.
I know.
By the way, I'm going to Morgan Wallen concert, so be jealous.
I'm jelly. She'll take me.
No, I'm not even taking my husband. So,
Why?
well, tickets were high.
Is what's his name going to be there with him? The guy that sings "Wait in the Truck." What's his name?
What's his name? He sings rock, between Rock and Hard Place.
Craig, look up "Wait in the Truck."
I don't know why his name is escaping me right now.
Please.
You know, Craig don't like to work when he's not getting paid.
You never know. This one might blow up, Craig. So, your handle, what is it?
What's my handle? What's the handle? Like my.
Your logo for your job?
Oh, for okay.
For your hair
what we'll
cover.
do, I'll drop it in the comments. I'll be able to. Hardy. No, it's not Hardy. But yes, I know. Yes, that's who you were talking about.
Who is it?
Hardy.
Is that his name?
No, but
Brandon
the
Wilson.
no. What's the see? Google who's touring with Morgan Wallen. I can't think of his name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Well, that's the song.
I know. I said. So who's touring with Morgan Wallen? And then go get me a piece of pizza.
Pizza.
Because you know what? That's another thing. Mukbang. And I might be saying that wrong.
Well,
but start
see
eating.
you sent me your Instagram.
Oh yeah. So I can send you a link.
Well, you did, and I haven't had a chance to set my Instagram up yet.
I have a really great video, but Wilder will be my famous dog. Let me go ahead and just get the dogs off the table. So we have, Sassy, the OG. She's 12 years old
She
now.
looks like a fucking OG.
She's an OG.
You hear
She's-
that fucking dude
She is a
got?
beast still, though. She's still like feisty. And I don't know how we stocked the house with puppies and she hasn't like healed over because she puts up with it. And then we have Hank the Tank. Craig likes to call him Wiggle Butt or Bubba. Because he gets so excited he wiggles his butt. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Like Didi
you
used
go,
to?
"Hey,
Like Didi used to?
and
Yep.
he's like, it's so cute.
Yeah, I love it. So which one is that? Is the one
That's the English Bulldog.
I can't wait. Oh, okay. So yeah, see, I want to see the dang Frenchies.
No,
Man. You got
we
a
have a
tricolor, I saw.
No,
Is
not
that
a
a tricolor?
No, we don't have a track. I have a blue, and then I have what is he? Is he maple?
I would say Red Fawn.
Red fawn. And Wilder is my angel baby. That is the dog.
What's Wilder after Van Wilder?
No, actually, I love the name, and I told Craig if we were gonna have a son, I wanted to name him Wilder, and he said.
You named that boy Wilder. He's going crazy.
No, and Craig said he didn't like it. Craig said he didn't like it for a boy name, and then maybe 2 weeks
For a
in.
girl named Craig?
No.
Wilder
I'm saying for a baby.
Yeah.
And so I said, fine, fuck it. We'll use it for the dog. And like 2 weeks in, like the name grew on him. He's like, man. And I'm like, we wasted the good name on the dog. So now I gotta come up with a whole new dog name. But ironically, I find this out later because I just love the name Wilder. But Morgan Wallen's son's name is Wilder.
No shit.
But like I said, that's just a quinky dink because I was gonna name him Wilder regardless. And then we have Norma Jean, which do you know who Norma Jean is?
No. How many
Okay.
fucking dogs?
I have 4 dogs.
One more dog? Is that a Frenchie too?
She's a Frenchie. She's the blue.
One of them look like her. Oh yeah, she's nasty.
She's a bitch.
Man, she looks good.
Yeah, she looks good. And she, her name is Norma Jean. And I just, for those that don't know, Norma Jean is Marilyn Monroe's original name.
Really?
Before she changed her name and went famous,
I
yeah.
love it.
So
Yes,
every
she
day
brought it to
I'm
the
gonna
table.
spit some fakes.
I love it. Yeah.
So I have a house full, and it'll make more sense, whenever because I don't want to start like a breeding program or anything like that, but I would definitely like to get a pup off.
So you're not gonna be a dog
Juice.
mill?
No, definitely no dog
You
mill.
put them dogs on the windmill and this one?
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm too much of a dog lover.
Yeah.
But my dogs have their own Instagram, so I'll make sure Calvin can give you all that information too. We'll tag them in the video so you can like and love them. But yeah, they have videos that have done really well, actually.
It'd be cool to be a dog owner.
Yeah, it would. I
Just have to do
mean, living the
nothing
best
all
life.
day.
I mean, my dogs really have a good life. I mean, they go on the boat.
Sit in bed for scraps.
The other day we went on the on the jet ski, and Craig's like, "I'm taking one of the dogs." I'm like, "We're not taking a dog on the jet ski." Like,
What kind of dog would you be if you were a dog? Or
I
would you be a cat?
no, never. I'm not a cat.
No.
You know.
I'd want to be a dog that didn't get abused.
Oh, definitely. I don't know, what kind of dog would you be?
Is that a
A pit
question?
bull?
American Staff Sheriff all the way.
Hey, you know, that's what Sassy is. Sassy's AM staff. I don't know, Craig. If I were a dog, what kind of dog would I be?
A poodle.
I don't
You know,
know.
poodles are pampered and stuff.
No.
Like that. That's what I said.
I'm
Or
not
you could
pampered.
be a Boston Terrier. What is
No.
it? The one with the beard.
Do I have a beard? No.
What is that one called? It's a terrier.
No.
Shih Tzu.
Probably something like a lab. Like fun, energetic, loves to swim, loves family. You know what I'm saying? I could be a lab. I could be a lab. Now they're not necessarily or a golden retriever. You know, those are family dogs, fun-loving dogs, not super aggressive. We did it.
Thank you,
Oh,
man.
and shout out to well, actually, no shout out. Lena Barnett. It's Lena Barnett.
Lena
He
Barnett.
Lena Mills me the other day.
Yeah.
So
Butchered that one.
butchered. All right.
Come on, Craig.
Come
This was the Cut the Ribbon on my show. Cruising 30-30.
30,
What?
first
Caw-caw!
guest ever. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
On my show. Cruising 30-30.
30,
What?
30.
What?
First